Today we are seeing a technological marketplace where ads must be innovated in order to effectively communicate brand messages to their loyal consumers and as well as to new consumers. According to Duncan Southgate and his colleagues, Comscore Video Metrics Service show that U.S. Internet users watched more than 25 billion online videos in August 2009. While YouTube accounted for 10 billion views, and Microsoft sites were a distant second with 547 billion views. The classic categories of print ads, TV commercials, radio, and billboards certainly don't apply nowadays. Online viewing is now a commonplace where advertisers are creating their brand identity online in order to reach out to its audience. This requires advertisers to develop unique and creative ways to attract the attentions of consumers. Gigonat and his colleagues state that viral advertising relates to an advertising technique in which video advertisements are distributed from one user to another via email forwarding. Steve Jurvetson and Tim Draper were one of the first to term the word viral marketing in 1996. Their messages originated from Hotmail account with the tagline, "Get your private free email from Hotmail." Jurvetson states that Hotmail managed to exceed 10 million users in a mere 7 months, while radio and television took 20 to 10 years respectively to gain the same numbers of users. Joseph Phelps and his colleagues suggest that messages that spark strong emotions, humor, fear, sadness, or inspiration are likely to be forwarded. A very successful viral campaign that has taken viral advertising as a method to reach its audience is the fun theory. Fun theory, an innovation created by Volkswagen, demonstrates that by making something fun for its consumers, individuals' behavior will change. The top video, The Piano Staircase, is one of the many successful online viral advertising campaigns, as it has achieved over 1 million views on YouTube. It has proven that 66% more people than normal choose the stairs over the escalator. The fun theory has demonstrated that when you make something fun for people to do, they are willing to change their behavior for the better. Today, many viral videos consist of what Angela Doble and et al. Anticipated. They found that a successful viral marketing campaign comprised an engaging message that involves imagination, fun and intrigue, encourage ease of use and visibility, targets credible sources, and leverage combination of technology.
So you know what viral videos are, but how do they relate to advertising? Viral videos can be considered as a form of advertainment. Dr. Crystal Russell of the YAF Center for Persuasive Communication defines advertainment as the promotional practices that integrate advertising within the content of entertainment products. There are many different kinds of advertainment, such as product placement, product integration, and branded programming. Viral video ads fall into the category of online video advertising, which account for 45% of all advertainment. We are seeing an increase in advertainment strategies because of the lack of effectiveness of traditional advertising, escalating advertising costs, and advertisement clutter. When speaking on hyperreality and stimulation, theorist Jean Bouillard says that the omnipresence of mediating advertising invades everything. As public space disappears, what are left are gigantic spaces of ventilation, circulation, and ephemeral connections. Advertising has become such a ubiquitous part of our everyday capitalistic society that we just want to tune it out. That's why we develop what are called ad avoidance strategies. According to Speck and Elliott, professors of marketing at the University of Missouri, ad avoidance includes all measures employed by media users that differentially reduce their exposure to ad content. Dr. Joseph Rumbo, professor of sociology at the University of Notre Dame, explains our psychological need for ad avoidance strategies. As human beings, we only have so much psychic space. Consequently, in order to avoid being oversaturated by advertisements, we must employ these ad avoidance strategies. They help us to maintain some sovereignty over our psychic space. For this reason, marketers often find themselves trying to reach target audiences who have an arsenal of cognitive, behavioral, and mechanical ad avoidance strategies at their disposal. A good example of mechanical ad avoidance strategy is PDRs or TiVo. They allow us to completely skip commercials and television programming. An InStat survey found that 54.3% of consumers admit to skipping 75 to 100% of commercials during their TV shows. So we can see why advertisers are starting to employ advertainment and rely on viral video ads. Because not only do we have the ability to cognitively ignore advertisements, but we can also just skip them completely. For this reason, they need to make it something we want to watch. And that's where viral video advertising comes in.
The minds behind EA Games Communications Agency, Draft CV, and advertising agency Wyden and Kennedy came up with a new idea called Your Mom Hates Dead Space 2. They used a focus group of mothers and created a montage of the best and most graphic moments from the video game and showed it to them. Instead of using the mothers' responses for their own research, the team went into this knowing they would create a viral video out of their reactions.
Oh my God! Oh gosh! I think it'll make a person become insane.
This game is an atrocity.
It's revolting. It's violent. It's everything you love in a game. And your mom's gonna hate it.
Why would they even make something like this?
Dead Space 2.
According to Castillo, EA Games knew they wanted to promote this game as an action horror game that grew on the success of the first one and added to the things that people loved about it. For the Your Mom Hates Dead Space 2 campaign, EA worked with a company that recruited people for focus groups to find 200 moms. The only stipulation was that the mothers had to have children over the age of 18 since Dead Space 2 is rated M and intended for an 18 to 34 male audience. They didn't tell the test subjects that they were going to be in an ad campaign. They simply showed them the video and sat back to look at their reactions. After sorting through the best shocked expressions, they made a short video and contacted the mothers they used for permission. Volkswagen's recent Super Bowl ad featuring a young Darth Vader using the Force was launched online days before to gain buzz, where traditionally a company would wait to unveil their biggest campaign until the main event.
We're going to conclude this video with what is known to be one of the most successful viral video campaigns of all time, the Old Spice commercials starring Azaya Mustafa, which launched in February of 2010. Today, this video has over 26 million views, and its response videos, where consumers write to Isaiah and he responds, have each over 1 million views. So here it is.
Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me. Sadly, he isn't me. But if he stopped using lady-scented body wash and switched to Old Spice, he could smell like he's me. Look down. Back up. Where are you? You're on a boat with the man your man could smell like. What's in your hand? Back at me. I have it. It's an oyster with 2 tickets to that thing you love. Look again. The tickets are now diamonds. Anything is possible when your man smells like Old Spice and not a lady. I'm on a horse.
Creating a viral ad campaign is not only cheaper, but it can reach more people than a traditional ad campaign could. It usually consists of a younger audience, and when dealing with things like video games, this can be a perfect way to get your message out.